Ayatul Islam Abdul Lateef Adebowale Sikiru Eni Olohun Kopa and Christian Hypocrisy. Alhamdulillah. We have succeeded in getting in touch with Ayatul Islam Abdul Lateef Adebowale Sikiru, a 36-year jobless brother, saved by his uncommon and unfathomable iman. For a man who graduated several years ago and practically jobless to reject a job in order to retain his faith and hereafter is no mean feat. He has exposed the new Christianization agenda. Don't give them a job until they abandon Islam and accept Jesus into their lives. It is not surprising that our Vice President Yemi Osinbajo is fingered in this Islamophobia. Osibona, the real estate juggernaut, who owns the skyscraper, is from Iken, and Osinbajo is also from Iken. Governor Sanwo-Olu is an Ijebu man and Iken is in Ijebu Remo. The governor may have an alibi that he approved the construction based on recommendations from experts. But the fact that the construction work was initially stopped by the approving authority and later continued makes the governor culpable. The rumor mill has it that the governor is a principal shareholder of Fourscore Nigeria Limited along with Yemi Osinbajo, the vice president. A building plan submitted was for a building on 8 floors. When the building was going beyond 8 floors, the town planning authorities not only stopped construction work on the building, Osibona was arrested for flouting government regulations on building construction in Lagos, which ostensibly in the Nigerian fashion was a charade to stampede you to bribe them. The question now arises, why did the governor approve the building to proceed to 15 floors when the original plan was 8 floors? However, Osibona and his cohorts who value money more than integrity and human lives went ahead to get the building to 21 floors, when the foundation apparently was for 8 floors. We all wait for a thorough investigation into the whole saga that had led to the wasting of dozens of Nigerians looking for how to make ends meet. What provoked this write-up is the Islamophobic tendencies of our Yoruba brothers in Christendom. They accuse the president of tribalism, nepotism, and Islamization of Nigeria. Buhari at best is a transparently honest Nigerian, a man of impeccable integrity. How can you call a man an Islamic bigot when he sees nothing wrong in shaking hands with strange women, which is antithetical to Islamic injunction? Where is puritanical Islam in a Muslim whose wife and children against Islamic culture don't wear hijab? It is just to bamboozle the innocent religiously neutral president from identifying with his religion, while the vice president Osinbajo doesn't masquerade his Christian fanaticism, if not redeemed church irredentism. The last time the religious affinity of workers in the VP's office was unveiled, it was Christian bigotry and impunity at its unfathomable zenith. So why would a project in which he has a major interest give jobs to Muslims? Unknown to Abdul Lateef Adebowale Sikiru, who had been jobless for years with a degree in urban and regional planning from Unilag and a diploma in computer studies, learnt Osibona was recruiting staff for the 3 high-rise building being constructed in Ikoyi. He dusted his certificates, did a marathon prayer last Monday for an end to his years of joblessness, and was one of the early arrivals. Osibona confessed to him that his profile suits the job, but unless he is prepared to abandon Islam he should forget it. There is no room for Muslim applicants in his company. Abdul Lateef said he would rather starve than abandon Islam for Christianity, thanked him and left. About an hour after he left, the building gave way, and Osibona himself didn't escape the disaster. When I listened to this brother's testimony on social media, tears rolled on my cheeks, ruminating on how many Muslims without his kind of tenacity and courage have left light for darkness out of desperation. I decided to contact brothers who can give him a job in the construction industry. Within an hour 4 brothers agreed. One of them even said he can pay him 200k for doing nothing for him. It now became an Herculean task. How to locate him? I did a write-up and it was viral on many WhatsApp platforms. I asked brothers to share it. Interestingly, since we have an army of unemployed youths, my phone was inundated with many calls by those desperados who are also in the labor market. At last, yesterday night Al-Hafji Ibrahim, a former director of Trade Bank now into construction in Abuja, also ready to offer Abdul Lateef a job, gave the good news that he has located any Olohun OPA, somebody not destined to die yet, after a few minutes. He preferred to work in Lagos with Mid-May Engineering owned by Al-Siraj Adebowale. Coincidentally, brother Alasupo, a veteran of MSSN, and member of Nucleus, is from Ada in Osun State, and Ayatul Islam Abdul Lateef Adebowale Sikiru hails from Iwo Iluafa in Osun State. Do you know the hypocritical part of these? 90% of the laborers, bricklayers, carpenters, and iron benders working there are Muslims. Unfortunately, a lot of them died in the rubbles of the collapsed building. Why did Asibona employ these low-level workers who are Muslims? It is because that is an area where Muslims have comparative advantage, not in the high professional class where their fathers converted Muslims in large number because they had the knives and the yams. I plead with those saturating my ears with phone calls to stop. Inshallah, their own miracle will soon come. They should learn a lesson from Abdul Lateef that steadfastness in Islam does not go in vain. You are likely to see more of this brother who, like Firdaus of Abuja Law School Hijab Saga, has become an international Islamic hero. May Allah bless him and give all of us the courage to retain our Islamic identity in this era of new Christian proselytization.